Okay, so we put a delay in the effects loop on, and let's hear what that sounds like on the clean channel. And the cool thing is it's got like a high and a low switch on the effects loop for the attenuation. So you can have pedals or rack gear. It works for both. You put like choruses and stuff on there. Okay, so now let's see what the gain channel can do. Okay, so now let's cut the delay off. Okay, so what we've done now is we've turned the delay off, so we're still on the gain channel. Now, the thing about the gain channel is, here's the way I like to run it. All the equalization controls full out. Dimed, every one of them. And the gain full out. And the bright switch engaged, which is down. It's in a down position. And then the actual high gain mode is off. So this is, you know, we're getting a little bit more of the sass from having the equalization controls cranked. Now, here's what I like to do. I like to just put a tube screamer on top of this sound for the high gain. And this works as the rhythm sound. And when you crank this amp, you know, then you know the power tubes start to sing also. So it really does work well that way. And so you can have what seems to be less gain at lower volume, but it will increase exponentially as you crank the amp up. It really starts to sing. EL34 amps are just the best when they're cranked. Okay, so, but of course I'm going to show you the high gain mode. Here it is. It's actually called the fat switch. Quite a bit more heat. Okay, so what we've done now is we got it into high gain mode with the fat switch engaged, and we got the delay in the loop. The volume is not even on a half. Okay, this is a very, very powerful amplifier. Loud enough for any gig. Just a wee bit of volume so that you can see how this thing sings. Right in front of it, you know, and still you got control. And I mean, it's loud in this room. Okay, one quick word about these amps. Okay, they really have gotten a very bad rap, and they really weren't well received for a couple of reasons, right? And they've actually even been discontinued, which is, I think, is a crying shame. But it's an excellent amplifier, right? It's made in China, so that gives a lot of people pause. My AC30 reissue was made in China. It sounded great, never had a problem with it, except maybe blowing a tube out. They send the amps out, these, with garbage, absolute garbage tubes. They're awful. And so I remember when I had my AC30, right? I blew a tube out, so I had to start replacing tubes. So I retubed the thing, and it was really very temperamental in what tubes it liked. I tried tongue sole, no go. I tried groove tubes, no go. I tried Muller reissue, no go. The only thing that worked in the amp that sounded great with either gain or clean was JJs. It loves JJs. So firstly, the first thing I did with this is I plugged it in for a couple of minutes, and the sound was just really muddy and nasty and not good. So I jerked all the tubes out of it, and I put a brand new set of JJs in it with the match phase inverter. And that absolutely did it. I mean, it went from sounding really like a cheap amplifier to, you know, an expensive Marshall, yet Marshall don't have clean sounds that sound this good. And this thing has just as good a gain sound as any of the Marshalls you can get today. So, I mean, it's just, for the money, you cannot beat this amp. You can't even come close to it for what little that they're giving these things away for now at Guitar Center. So by all means, if you want to go buy one, retube it. I would recommend JJ's. They're inexpensive. You can go to eurotubes.com and get an entire set for $95 plus shipping. You can't beat that. That's everything. Preamp tubes, everything, the whole deal. And it's even less if you got a 50 watt version. So I highly recommend the amp. I really do.